and despair will fuel the tenebrae. Jesus! What the hell? What is this, Game of Thrones? Hey internet, it's Jessica and welcome back to Cinderella Phenomenon with Waltz's Route. Okay, so we're on chapter 9 now, and Lucette is going to the meeting that Alcaster and all of them are going to have. Like everyone thought in the comments, and I agree with you, something bad is going to happen for sure. And I think this may be a trap just to lure Lucette out because they are looking for her because they put a warrant on her head, essentially saying she's the one who killed the father, even though it's not true. And we don't know where the mother went, assuming she's probably getting more powers and whatever, but we'll see what happens. I stand in the alleyway with Waltz, Jurin, and Karma, making sure to stay hidden in the shadows as we kept to see people moving towards the plaza. Garland is scouting around the plaza for Knight's position, and we have been waiting here for him. There's so many people. Okay, this is where we split up. Remember, we're trying to avoid needless battle. If anything should happen, fleeing is the best option. I'm not a fool. I will not pick a fight that would put anyone in needless danger. I'm glad you understand. Remember, we're only here to watch and listen. Don't want us to get into any skirmish if we can't avoid it. So, should anything go wrong, we need to retreat, Princess. This is difficult, because, like, I want to say I understand, but also at the same time, Lucette is so adamant on protecting everybody because she doesn't want anyone to die. Even though I have a feeling somebody's gonna die. I'm gonna say I won't leave you behind, because she did learn to defend herself too, so... Lucette, this isn't the time to be stubborn. It's not about stubbornness. It's just that all I have ever done is run. I refuse to keep fleeing. I have people to protect and I will not let them down. Running away isn't always cowardice. That may be, but sometimes there are situations that need to face head on. This is one of those situations. Please understand, Waltz. I just don't want you to get hurt, Lucette. She's speaking like her father, if you think about it, because her dad was like that. I know. I look at Waltz, feeling at a loss. No matter what I say, he will always insist on my safety first. Of course he will! He loves you! Garland suddenly appears with a stiff frown. Look who I found. Oh, yeah, alright, somebody's gonna freaking die. Like, I know Fritz doesn't remember anything, but you have to remember that Varg does. Whenever Fritz goes around, Varg remembers what Fritz saw, so great, now he knows Lucette is here, and... I turn to look at Garland, then notice the man standing beside him. My eyes widen at the sight of him. Fritz? Garland pushes him, and Fritz stumbles forward. He falls to his knees, only a few inches away from me. You're okay. Thank goodness you're alright, Princess. I twitched at the sight of his face. There was no sign of the wicked smile that is on his face when he was under the guise of Varg. Though he looks confused, the relief in his eyes seemed genuine. Are you truly Fritz, or are you Varg, or both? I'm the Fritz you've always known, Princess. Your loyal knight. I raise an eyebrow. I can still remember what happened weeks ago, when the mask fell from his face in the room with the tenebrae. In that moment, I saw Fritz's face no matter what Varg said. Varg was in the league with Alcaster and Mithros. The man I saw back then was definitely Fritz, even if it was never confirmed it. What are you doing here? Fritz flinches. I've been searching for you! Why? So you can take me back to Mithros? Or are you here to kill me? Fritz bows low. His clenched hands tremble at his sides. I will not surrender you to Sir Mithros. My loyalty has always been to the kingdom and you. I could never hurt you, Princess. But I don't blame you for doubting me. My father... I would have stopped him if I knew. Fritz glances up at me slowly. Wait, he doesn't, I know he doesn't remember him being Varg, but does he believe the fact that Lucette's saying, like, you know, you're Varg now? Because we just speculated it earlier. So I don't know if he believes her or not. His expression was looted. I had just escaped yesterday when I was captured by knights. I managed to escape from them today, but only barely. I was supposed to meet with the Lucius Bearer yesterday. Fritz glares, but not at me, but through me, as if he's remembering something unpleasant. That was then I was able to take control of my body again, just a few days ago. I've been searching for you, but instead found some witches who seem to be in league with the Lucius Bearer. I requested an audience with her as soon as possible because I wasn't sure how long I could keep Varg at bay. At bay? Fritz, explain. Okay, so now he knows for sure. Okay, because I was like, I don't want it to be a repeat of Varg's route where we have to, like, explain everything to him. About Varg? No, about the audience. Princess, this could be all some elaborate ruse of his. I have a responsibility to at least hear him out. What do you want from Parfait? I have important information about Hildur. Mother? Lady Parfait did say her and Delora were going to meet with someone who had information on Hildur. And you believe that their meeting was with this man? Karma turns to Fritz, clearly skeptical. That seems like it could be a coincidence. How are we to believe you? Fritz is silent for a few moments. After some time, he speaks again, more hastily. I know that apologizing won't change the fact that I betrayed the princess and the kingdom, but right now I'm doing my best to right my wrongs while I have to stay in control of my body. The knights are still searching for me as we speak, so I'll make this as brief as I can. Hildur is growing weaker. What? I haven't been myself for the past few weeks, but I still have portions of Varg's memories. I still remember that she's bedridden. Oh. That, yeah, you know what? I figured that Mithros would find a way to, like, get her powers back, but I really think it's just the fact that Lucette took over the crystal now, and she can't get her powers from it anymore because it already chose Lucette. Still being treated for wounds that she sustained during the Great War. And she is now sick like Parfait. Only Mother seems to have worse than her. I overheard Mithros say that the crystals no longer recognizes her as the sole bearer. Parfait said something similar, but she said she could no longer feel Mother's connection with the Tenebrium. But what Fritz just said... It seems that the crystal has both seen you as bearers. It's stretching its energy to both of you. Oh... I guess that would make sense considering the mother's not technically dead yet, so of course it's gonna be kind of like still connected to her, but it's more favoring Lucette because she's the next in line. This might be why Hildur hasn't regained her full powers and has remained weak. Waltz stares at Fritz wide-eyed. The crystal having two bearers? I didn't think such a thing was possible. Is this why Hildur still refused to show herself in public? Yes, the witches who use it to be on her side doubt her capability to rule. None of them want to help her when she is still so weak. Mithros figured that the only way to get the crystal to fully accept Hildur is to drain the rest of your powers. What a bitch! I'm gonna kill- Oh my god, I hope this guy dies in this route. I swear to god if he's alive by the end of it. That is why the palace has issued a higher bounty on your head. But Father is no longer interested in actively hunting for you. There's been a rift between him and Mithros because of this. Wells crosses his arms, his expression thoughtful. I'm surprised Hildur hasn't disposed of Alcaster yet. I guess because she's like sick, so she doesn't think like, I need to get rid of this guy. If he's still alive, it means that he must be playing an important role in her plans. Fritz's expression quickly morphs into something grim as he frowns down at the ground. You're right. Waltz and I exchange a look before we turn back to Waltz. Mithros plans to kill my father today. Fritz's eyes are distant, his mouth pulled into a tight grimace. All I can do is stare at him, uncertain of what he just told me. Hildur will show herself today in public. She and Mithros plan to kill my father in front of an audience in hope that the fear and despair will fuel the Tenebrium. Jesus! What the hell? What is this, Game of Thrones? Oh my god, is this like when they killed... I know Alcaster's nothing like Ned Stark, but it's just like that. Like, when they killed Ned Stark in front of everybody, like, what the hell? They think fueling the Tenebrium might make Hildur stronger. Plan to use the fear of the public to achieve their own ends? This is not good. With many people here, the Tenebrium might indeed see that surge of power again. Even a weakened Hildur will be difficult to fight, but she stands more of a chance against her own now than she did when she fused the Tenebrium with negativity. Please save the kingdom, princess. Fritz looks at me imploringly. I shake my head slowly. I'm confused. You betrayed us, but you're still helping us as usual. Which side are you on? The only reason I'm working with them in the first place is because of my curse. I swear it! Fritz tries to stand up, but his knees wobble, and then suddenly he's down on the ground again, his hands clutching his chest. Fritz? No, not yet! Oh god! Fritz looks at me, his face pale, covered in sweat. I have no idea how long I can suffocate Varg, so please, bind me, freeze me, do whatever you can to keep me from chasing after you. I don't want to hurt anyone anymore. Fritz kneels over, his forehead touching the ground. Please! Waltz? I know. Oh man, I feel bad for Fritz, dude. He's so innocent. Oh man. But it's better this way, like, that we have to bound him or something so he doesn't, like, interfere, because every time Varg shows up, it's just a disaster. Waltz snaps his fingers and a rope of light appears around Fritz's wrists, pulling him down to the ground. I furrow my eyebrows at Fritz, and even as he cocks his head to look at me. Thank you. You don't have much time left. I plan to deliver my message to the Lucis bearer, but I leave it in your capable hands instead. Fritz, I'm sorry. I will do anything to protect my charge. Now go. Durin nods to me. Don't worry, Garland and I will keep an eye on him. Garland quickly informs us of the knight's position around the palace and gives us clues about where we might hide to avoid their prying eyes. After he finished his briefing, Waltz, Karma, and I hurry off. Father, please watch over us today. Like, I was a little hesitant that, Garland and Durin are gonna stay behind, but I feel at least better because now that Parfait told Karma to come with us because he knows how to fight, so I'm not that worried, but I'm still worried. There are so many people here. They still have no idea that the seemingly harmless speech will be the start of their nightmares. I have been fiddling with my fingers since we got here, my nerves slowly taking over me. There are so many knights. I pull down my hood on my cloak to make sure that my face is concealed from them. Waltz suddenly reaches out to take my hand. He raises it to his lips. Aww. You know what they could have also done? Give, Lucette, a scarf to put over her, mouth, so at least it'll cover most of her face. Waltz looks at me with a gentle smile. Don't worry, I won't let anything happen to you. I'm not worried about myself. I'm more worried about the people's safety, as well as our friends. I will not forgive myself if something bad happens to them. Well, you're not the only one responsible for protecting everyone here. Remember that I always share your burden, Lucette. This burden is mine to carry, ... I know. No, I'm gonna say I know, because, there's no way in hell Waltz is gonna stop, being like, I'm gonna protect you and whatever, so I'll just say I know. I look up at him and smile. Thank you. I told you so many times that I would do anything for you, Lucette. I feel the same way. Waltz wraps his arms around my waist and draws me closer to him. Waltz? Waltz takes my hand and plants a kiss on my fingers. You worry too much, Princess. How I wish I could share your optimism. And his casualness. How does he manage to act like this in front of so many people at such a dire time? The king is here! Uh-oh. A woman announces the king's presence and Walt and I immediately turn our attention to the stage. He takes a step away from me, arms at his side, expression suddenly stoic. Alcaster walks to the center of the platform with triumphant smile. Oh god. Good day, my loyal subjects. Everyone goes silent at the sound of his voice. I know that much has happened to our kingdom since the late King Gennaro passed away. We are still exerting our efforts to find the king's murderer, his very own daughter. What a wow! Rest assured that justice shall find this criminal, even if she is our own princess. Anyone who is able to surrender her to the palace will be rewarded handsomely. Members of the crowd begin to chatter among each other. It hurts that the people believe him, but I cannot say I blame them. As your king, I will do everything in my power to make sure that the kingdom flourishes under my rule. My, what a sight! Even after all these years, you humans never change. That voice... I frantically look around for her, but though her voice echoes around us, she's nowhere to be seen. Where is she hiding? The crowd grows restless at the sound of her voice. Many try to search for her with their eyes. You lot are nothing but manipulative, lying rodents, and yet you call us witches the wicked ones. Oh my god, here we go. A bright light fades into existence right beside Alcaster. A silhouette emerges from the light, and suddenly I could see her all in her wicked glory. I like how we're finally addressing that the mother's a wicked witch. My mother, the witch who killed my father. Mithros says, oh, here's fanboy number 1. She's here. Her sudden appearance causes the already restless crowd to break into panic. Silence! One word from her and the crowd falls into silence. Not a single person dares to move. Their eyes are now glued to the witch in front of them. Alcaster acts more quickly than expected, drawing a sword from its sheath and pointing it to her neck. You! What are you doing here? You should be thankful I let you play king for so long, but I am afraid playtime is over. That crown belongs to me. Mother faces the crowd with a smile and spreads her arms into a gesture of grandness. Angielle, your queen is back. Mother is even paler than I last saw her, making the darker circles stand out even more beneath her eyes. She looks worse than Parfait. I won't let you steal my crown, witch! Oh, but I was not the one who stole it in the first place. Alcaster grits his teeth and charges towards Mother. Oh, what an idiot. Like, come on. I know you're all a knight and whatever, but you have to be smart at least to know this is the woman who led the war. Like, are you dumb? Mithros definitely steps in front of her and casts a shield. Alcaster slams his sword into the invisible wall. Then, with one wave of Mithros' hand, Alcaster is suddenly thrown back. Once again, the crowd becomes restless. I've tolerated you for far too long, human. But right now, you are inconsensual. Sparkling icicles darts appear in the mid-air as Mother raises her hand. They point outward, casting themselves in the direction of the townspeople. Jesus! She used a spell before, but now there are even more of them. She looks weak, yet she can still manage this much? She can easily destroy this part of town with that spell. I stare at Waltz, eyes wide, then lowered my voice into a panicked whisper. I thought she was planning to kill Alcaster? Seems like the plans have changed. Farewell, my disloyal subjects. Wow, what the hell? I cannot let her do this. Lucette! I ignore Waltz and quickly run to the center of the crowd, knowing this will be the most effective place to set up a barrier. A strong gust of wind causes my hood to come off. Whoa! Woo! Oh my gosh, she looks so cool. We haven't had a CG with Lucette like this. Dude, what? She looks so badass. Oh my god, I'm so proud. I stretch my arms out as I concentrate on casting a shield around the entirety of the crowd. Is that the princess? Witch! I do my best to shut out everyone's voices as I push all of my energy towards the palm of my hands, imagining an impenetrable glass arching in front of us. As soon as I have cast the massive shield, the icicles shatter upon impact, falling away. I wince at the impact, but force myself to stand steady even when I am pushed back. I will not let you hurt anyone anymore, Mother. The crowd begins to murmur all around us. Ah, so you finally showed up, little one. It's good to see you again, my dear daughter. I knew you'd see some sort of reaction if I opened my speech like this. I knew it! See, she was just baiting Lucette so they could find her. What? Oh my god. She did this to draw me out? Now, be a good little girl and hand over what's rightfully mine. You won't get away with this, witch! Alcaster once again back on his feet, his sword poised, ready to strike. Cannot defeat Mother with a mere sword. Mother looks at Alcaster, a wide grin slowly parts her lips. But I already have. Oh god, this guy's dead. Mother flicks her hand and a silver light begins to gather in her palm. I recognize that spell. As much as I hate Alcaster for what he has done to this kingdom, can I just stand idly by as she summons a spell to kill him? I push myself forward, running towards Alcaster. Alcaster, run! Oh god, this girl! She's gonna save him! But I am too late. A second later, the sword of light appears and impales Alcaster right through his chest. Eesh. The only person I feel bad for is Fritz, but, you know, this guy was kind of a dick, so... No! This time, the crowd finally begins to disperse. People begin to push past each other, screaming and crying. Most of them are almost at the edge of the plaza before Mother casts another spell, creating a barrier to lock everyone inside. Oh, what the hell? A strange wave of energy pulsates through my body, making me stumble. This is... That's right. Feed me your fear. The people's negative energy is fueling the tenebraeum. My eyes shift towards Mother, whose grin is deranged, inhumanly wide. A shiver runs down my spine. Mother, stop this madness! Can we kill this guy? Waltz, take care of him! Oh my god. In my moment of hesitation, Waltz rushes forward to cast a spell. Purple spikes run towards Mother, but she does nothing to stop them. Mithros effortlessly stands in front of her, casting a shield. The force of Waltz's spell sends him stumbling backwards. I hear his shield crack. Mithros tries to keep it up, but ends up succumbing to the force of Waltz's spell. Eventually, the glass shatters and Spike force their way through. One of them impales Mithros through their chest. Oh, right, he's dead! Finally! Oh my god, I don't care about him, he can die, like I said before. Ugh! Mother glances at Waltz, her lips pulled into a pleased smile. Impressive! You can still use your magic, even after having been separated from it so long. I expected no less from my superior apprentice. Oh! Dang! Like, you just say that as your #1 fanboy dies? Oh my god. Mother turns to Mithros and raises her eyebrows slowly. You are still a disappointment, Myth. My queen! These are the last words he can manage before he stops speaking. Dang, dude! Dang! Like, I know, like, the mother is evil, but Jesus! Father! Fritz's voice echoes through the suddenly silent plaza. He rushes towards Alcaster, who manages to walk a good distance away from Mother before he collapsed onto the ground. Soon, Fritz is kneeling right beside Alcaster's bloody body. Jiren and Garland are right behind him. Wait, how did he escape? What happened? I'm about to walk over to them, but Karma holds my arm to pull me back. Don't. But... You do not want to set your eyes on such a grisly sight up close, Princess. Mother watches Fritz, and the two knights approach with disearnest. This is his fate for trying to steal what was rightfully mine. Alcaster brings his hand to his mouth and coughs. I see blood on his hands. Father's last moments flash through my head, but I will the memory away as Mother turns her gaze to me. Mother surveys me with a warm smile. She holds her hand out and beckons me over. Join me, Lucette. We were meant to rule this kingdom hand in hand from the start. These humans do not deserve your protection. They deserve to suffer after everything they have done to our kind. I shake my head. I'd rather die than join you. What? Ungrateful brat. This is how you repay me for everything I've done for you? You have done nothing for me. Very well. If you wish for death, I shall give it to you. Wow, you're not even gonna try like a little bit, like even more to convince your daughter to join you. You're just gonna straight up kill her. Okay. Once I'm done with you, I will destroy this kingdom and start anew. It will be a kingdom for the witches and I. I will not let you do that. Uh-oh. Mother is taken by surprise when another pulse spike suddenly pushes through the ground towards her. She steps back, avoiding the brunt of the attack, but her arm is still grazed. Blood oozes from her newly opened gash. Waltz! You'll have to get through me first. You cannot stop me, traitor. You just called him the superior apprentice, so I don't know. Mother extends her hands, and in a mere moment, lightning has suddenly appeared, and it's winding its way to Waltz's body. No! Oh god. Attack, run to Waltz. Save! Dude, what the heck? Do we have to run to Waltz? Because if we attack, Waltz is gonna die, right? Is that what's gonna happen? Oh god. Alright, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try to run to Waltz. Let's see what happens. I rush towards him. Let him go! Who said no, it's not safe? Mother, please don't hurt him! Mother looks at me and then to Waltz. Her lips slowly curl into a wicked grin. So this is what your relationship has become. My heart is in my throat as I draw closer to where they are. Let him go! I will do anything, just let him go. Anything? Mother's voice is terrible and sweet, her tone filled with poison. I cannot bring myself to look at her. Instead, I keep my eyes firmly focused on Waltz. When Waltz speaks my name, it is in the soft voice that I have come to love so dearly. Lucette! If you wish so much to save him, then you must return to what you have taken away from me. The crystalline tenebrium. And then you will become my sweet, obedient daughter once more. Only then will I let go of Waltz. Wow, okay. Waltz's eyes begin to dim, and I can see the hope draining out of him. Sorry, Waltz, but I cannot lose you too. You know where to find me, Lucette. The longer you keep me waiting, the longer he suffers. Oh god, there was a blinding flash of light, and then Mother and Waltz are both gone. No! A dull ache begins to spread through my chest. Again. I wasn't able to do anything again. Why am I so weak? Suddenly I feel Jiren's hand on my shoulder. I turn to look at her. She stares at me solemnly for a few moments before her expression breaks and she shakes her head. Don't blame yourself for this. There's nothing you could have done. I have to save him. Jiren looks through me and I follow her gaze. People are starting to back away. Their expression is a mixture of fear and anger. This is exactly like 4 years ago. What should we do now? The witch just killed the new king. Everyone, it's best if you just go to your homes and stay there where you will be safe. And what? Wait until the witch kills us? One woman points an accusing finger at me. Her fear is palpable. That murderer is a witch as well. She is exactly like her mother. Oh my god. A wicked witch. The people begin to curse me. I stand quietly and listen to their insults. I cannot blame them for thinking this way. Karma moves to stand beside Jiren, and the two of them shield me from the angry masses. I doubt any of these people will listen to anything I have to say. Stop! A familiar man walks towards us with a gentle smile. You are— Oh no! It's the man with the little girl! Oh my god, okay, here we go. Yes, you remember me. You helped make my daughter happy on her special day with your gift. I was surprised when both he and his wife come to stand beside me. What are you doing? I can finally properly repay you for what you have done. The man smiles at me before turning his attention to the crowd. We won't let anyone hurt the princess. Rumors may have spread about her being cold and wicked person, but those rumors are false. I know the truth. She truly is a kind person. Aww, she just protected us from the evil queen. Have you no shame? The angry shouting begins to fade into a hush of accusations and aggressive whispering. That's right! We won't let you hurt Big Sister! Oh my god! These are the children that Waltz and I played with. The ones that watched his show. The children stand to my other side. Big Sister is a very good person, and we won't let you hurt her! I can only stare in shock at everyone around me. My vision blurs as tears come to my eyes. I quickly wipe them away with the back of my hand. Everyone... A simple act of kindness can go a long way, can't it? These people believe in me. This is why I have lived up to their hopes. I take a deep breath and start walking forward. Juren grabs my hand. Her brow creases with worry, but I shake my head and smile at her. I'll be okay. Juren looks at me for a few moments before she finally releases me. Now that I'm directly in front of everyone, the area has quieted. I close my eyes and take another deep breath. Slowly, I get down on one knee before them. I am sorry. The crowd begins to murmur again. I could hear more than a few stifled gasps. Princess, you shouldn't! I raise a hand to silence Juren. I once again look at the townspeople. I know my words are meaningless, but I still want to apologize for everything my mother has done, and also to the people I have hurt. I was blind and naive, ignoring the fear and anxiety of so many people, but I have grown since then, and now I can see with clear eyes the hatred you have for my mother and for me. The crowd remains silent as I continue. King Gennaro was killed by my mother, and I was not strong enough to save him. So yes, you are correct. I am the reason he is dead now. But I made a promise to him, and I intend to keep it. I will protect Angielle in his stead, and I hope that all of you will give me a chance to prove myself worthy as your princess and your future queen. I promise, I will make things right again, no matter what it takes. Ooh, I like this one! I like this fruit so much! We get to actually see, like, Lucette be a queen, because in the other route, she doesn't, like, you know, get to do that. I bow my head once again before standing. I then turn to Juren and Karma. I notice that Fritz and Garland are absent, and that Alcaster's nowhere to be seen. Where are Garland and Fritz? They took Alcaster's body away from all of this. Body, you mean... He has passed. A heaviness begins to sink into my chest. Bloodshed will only beget more bloodshed. This is why I cannot let anyone die anymore. Please do your best, big sister! I am pulled out of my retrieve by the voice of one of the little boys. Let's play together again when you come back! I stare at their smiling faces with bleary eyes. I do not even know if I will live through this, but I do not have the heart to ruin their optimism. I'd like that. I need them to keep hoping for the better tomorrow, so that they'll be strong enough to stand on their own feet if they must face the whole world. Juren, tell Delore and Parfait what happened when they come back to the Martian. What are you planning to do? Under no circumstances are you to go to that witch alone, am I clear? Waltz would not want you to sacrifice yourself for him. I step back and smile at her and Karma. I apologize for this. I back away towards the palace, putting as much distance as I can between me and the crowd, the platform, and Karma and Juren. Then, as swiftly as I can, I hold out my hands to cast a large dome. I knew it! She's gonna go after Waltz by herself. Oh no. To cast a large dome-shaped shield around the palace and I. The energy is falling away from me even as I cast a spell, only to be replaced by new energy. The Tenebrae is gaining power. No! Juren rushes towards the shield and places her hands on it. She calls my name, but I only shake my head at her. Princess Lucette, don't be foolish! No, I refuse to let anyone die. I can manage the shield for an hour. That should be enough time to save Waltz and end this for good. I offer one last smile before I turn and rush through the palace gates. Juren and Karma continue to call my name, but to no avail. I'm sorry, everyone, but this is something I must do on my own. This is the only way I can protect all of you. Oh my god, dude! She's talking like a queen! I like this one! I expected resistance, but when I entered the palace, but to my surprise, there was no one here. Not a single soul. Everyone must have evacuated when Mother appeared outside. The stagnant air around me is suffocating. The night air is quiet and cold as death. My footsteps are very loud in the emptiness of the palace. If I give my powers to her voluntarily, will I die? This thought has haunted me ever since I first entered the palace. All too soon the doors to the throne room are before me. I pause in front of them, suddenly feeling anxious. There must be something I can do besides submit to Mother. I need to find a way to protect Waltz and save Angielle from her. I clasp my hands together in a silent prayer. Father, please guide me. I take a deep breath, and with renewed determination, I push open the doors. Oh dear God. Dear God! Chapter 10, The Brightest Star. Ah! Okay guys, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to end the episode right here, but Jesus Christ! I'm actually so, like, I feel so emotional about Lucette because, like I said earlier, this is the only route where she's talking like a queen and actually thinking about, like, the people rather than, oh, I'm romancing this dude and I'm thinking about them now. Like, she, not only is she thinking about Waltz, she's thinking about the people of the kingdom. And I think that's why this is the best, and this is why this is the canon route. It's so well written and it's very, like, different from everybody else's. I like it. I like this a lot. I'm scared now as to what's gonna happen. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to join the companions. And if you'd like to help support the channel on Patreon, there's a link in the description. You get early access to videos. Videos are Patreon only, the Discord server to come talk to me and a bunch of other stuff as well. Or you can support the channel for free with gawkbox.com/AGirlAndAGame. All you have to do is make an account, open it on mobile or tablet, and download the games on my page, play them, and then you tip me real money to support me and keep making videos like this. But yeah, please let me know in the comments what you guys thought, and Jesus Christ, the only person I'm glad who died was Mithros. I don't care about that guy. That guy can seriously die. It's okay with me. But now I'm worried someone else may die besides the mother. I feel like Parfait might be the one, because she's always the one who's swooping in to save Lucette. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye! Whoa! Whoa! Okay, sorry. There was no other CG where Marika was kissing anybody, right? This is like the first CG where she's actually like... Or develop another character. Video game deaths can be tragic. Here are 6 sad character deaths from video games. Roman, Grand Theft Auto 4.